Hello. Just setting up.
Hello.
Good Animorning.
Good Animorning.
Are you sharing your screen yet, India?
No.
Because you will need to do that.
It's been so long since you called me. I'm always the one who's doing all the running towards you and calling you. You never call me anymore, Mike.
I just called you.
You never call me anymore.
I just did it.
Never.
I did.
Okay, is that working?
Yeah.
I
will now share what you just shared with me. Transition. Cool. Get out of here, DS.
Get out of here. Morning, guys. Yeah, we finished Hollow Knight.
Woo!
We actually completed it, so I was having a play with the end of Hollow Knight animation. So this is my roughs I have so far, which is just be drowning in acid. Need to learn to animate water. We'll do that. But for now, I'm going to switch back to the Dragons and Places animation.
Yeah. And I was doing a study yesterday, so I'm going to continue with that because I need to learn how to do the things for my bear book idea. Let me put some music on, I guess. Do that. Yep.
There we go. Okay. So. Let's see. So she's holding the sword like that.
This one was cool.
So, yeah, I'm just going to draw her hands as if they were actually holding a sword instead of whatever they're doing now. I'm just trying to figure out how it looks.
It looks awesome over here.
No, I mean, when you hold a sword. Hold a sword for me, Mike. Just put your hands like this. So you were. That's it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So we have this hand going over this hand. Okay, I'll figure out how to make it look natural.
I like your little bad hand skull. Bad hand.
Bad hand.
Is that your inner critic? Is a little floaty skull?
Yeah, he's like, the bad hand! You draw the hands in first and I'll figure out where this is going to go.
So the first thing I noticed upon opening this up is I've made her way too pink. She's actually got a bit more green and yellow in her skin.
Oh, it's on Discord. Cool. Check it out. Where did that dialogue go? I tried to open and I was like, bah! And now it's gone. Damn it. Let me just try to open it again. Okay. Open it with this. Sure, why not? Ha! Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah! So this is the game that Cheshire's been working on. Everything looks like it's working. That's awesome. It's like Mario Naruto. 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 Nice job. Gosh, games aren't half hard to make.
I just realised I could make a tweet that actually I can say everything I need to say because
There's
character
no
limit.
extra characters.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay, Steiny. Like, don't let us stop you from sleeping. Sleep's important. Sleep is good. I was happy because yesterday we actually went to bed at like 11 or something, which is really, really good because it meant this morning we woke up kind of usual time instead of 2 or 3 in the morning. So we are conquering the jet lag. Get out of here, jet lag. I feel like I want her arm to come out like that. Maybe it's just a case of I want this to be more side on. If this is more side on, I can have the hand more like this. Which is how I originally wanted it. Gosh, gosh hands. Gosh hands.
Gosh hands.
Gosh hands.
I'm gonna do a tweet and I'm gonna include your bad hand skill.
Don't include my bad hand skill.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I know.
That's the point.
Okay.
People are gonna think that I think it's good.
No, but you've written bad hand.
Oh.
It's funny. It will show that you're being instructional.
Oh, I'm not though. Oh. Okay. So this is our breakdown we have at the minute. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it gets the feeling across I wanted. And that's the main thing. So I'd like to put an overshoot in here, I think, where our head starts moving back, but our hand's still going forward because of the weight of the sword. So I'm going to insert a new frame here to do that. I'm glad things are still bouncing around in your head. Signing, that's awesome. I'm sorry that our time zone's rubbish for everyone. It's frustrating. Why can't we have universal time?
Universal time.
Universal time. So Spencer 1 is the one who controls his timing through his drawings rather than where he places them on the timeline. This is what I'm trying to do. I really want to learn to do that. I think it will definitely help improve my drawing. If all the animation timing is controlled through those. Too often I do drawings and I'm scared to get rid of them, and I just end up rearranging them on the timeline to try and look how they look best. Whereas with this approach, I have to be more deliberate with where I place my lines. And if something isn't working with the timing, it's a drawing, not the placement of the drawing, which is at fault.
Cool. I'm a watch you anime.
You're watching anime?
On my other screen. Although I can't really, because that's where my reference is.
That's what we need. We need entire country of vampires who are all nocturnal. And they'll get up during the day. During the night, even. Otherwise, that's not a vampire. That's just a human.
What day is it today? Oh, it's Wednesday. Ooh. Am I going to be streaming later today? I could be. I should be. According to our usual schedule.
Hey, you made the schedule. It's up to you if you stick to it.
I might do it, but I might play some games. Maybe.
Oh, and stream those instead?
Maybe, yeah.
Ah, because you see now we've completed Hollow Knight. The extra things, like the bosses that were optional, that we didn't do during our playthrough, we're thinking of streaming those. Also the Colosseum.
Yeah. So maybe.
Sounds like probably.
Yeah. If I do, would you want to do a multi-stream extravaganza? Oh.
I don't
Maybe,
know if
but
that's something that would be good to do while you're playing.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool if you were doing art. But
Yeah.
if you're playing Hollow Knight, I think it'll be harder to do.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Just because you'll have your head in the game, so it'll be hard to keep conversation. Well, really, you start to go colourblind if you work at night for too long, because you're not seeing things in daylight.
What? Yo, Anthony.
Yo, Anthony! How's it going? Yeah, how is everyone? Good day for us yesterday. Really happy to finish Hollow Knight. Because I'm excited about what we're going to play next. Gosh. Thank you. You subscribed.
Cuddle Ducky.
Oh my goodness. What a cool name. Cuddle Ducky.
Thanks for the follow.
Aww. Let me see. Put the eye in the wrong place. Stupid me.
Ooh, Toon Boom question, or more like not using Toon Boom question.
Okay.
Anthony's asking, I'm good. You no longer use Toon Boom? Question mark.
Oh, I do still use Toon Boom. I just figured I'd try out Krita for a little while. Krita's awesome. It's completely free. And I really, really like the brushes in it.
I think that's nice because you've been advising people to use it. and now you have like first-hand experience and examples of using it, what you can do with it. And
Yeah.
I really like the looseness that you're getting. Like, it feels more like the way you draw on paper, and I think that's really, really like adding a lot of texture and nice flavor to your animating.
Thank you. I kind of feel the same. It's one of the reasons I really prefer the Krita brushes, is because the Toon Boom brushes have always felt very vectory and harsh to me. It doesn't really work very well with my natural style of drawing, whereas these brushes feel really nice to use.
That's really cool. I mean, it's also forcing you to redraw mistakes, because you can't scale and shift lines like you would usually.
Yeah, that's true. I still do it. I still scale and shift my lines, but not as much as I did in Toon Boom, because Toon Boom uses vectors, so you can pretty much just grab your lines and move them around. And I was worried that I was using it as a crutch, so I'm trying to rely on my drawings instead, like as I do them, and having to redraw and correct rather than just shift things around.
That's good.
Yeah, I prefer it. Like, I'm not saying I prefer the program necessarily, because Toon Boom's great, but there are things about the program that I definitely prefer.
About Krita or about Toon Boom?
About Krita, about Toon Boom as well. Like, there are things I prefer in both.
I think there's probably better timeline control in Toon Boom.
Yeah, you'd be right. I think it has nice things like the morph, where you can create smoke effects pretty quickly, which is nice.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I have TV Paint, but I haven't used it as much as I'd have liked to. I think probably after I've used Krita for a little bit, I'll probably hop onto TV Paint and start trying that out a bit more. I learned to use Toon Boom in university, so it felt very comfortable for me to just continue using it once I'd graduated. But there are other animation softwares which could be more suitable for me, so I'm kind of doing the rounds a little bit.
It's the one that you get on 3DS, because you were trying to get that and couldn't.
Yeah.
If anyone knows how to get it.
I got Inchworm for 3DS now, but it's kind of tricky to use. I was using it on the way back from Japan on the plane, and it kept losing my drawings and erroring out in various ways. So it was kind of tricky. Yo, Doig doing a fucking figure drawing! Melon's
Yo, Melon.
calling it like it is. Yo, what up, Melon?
I was about to like switch onto some gestures just to warm up a little bit more.
Like, I thought it'd be pretty fun to have Flipnote with me while I was in Japan and be able to do little animations. But quite honestly, there was never really time. I thought I'd have more time for drawing, but we spent so much time that we woke up at 7 every morning and we're kind of out until 10 or so every day. So it was kind of difficult to find the time.
Yeah, it wasn't really a moment to sit down or pause.
Don't know how I'm going to resolve this hand. I have it in one place for like a frame, and then suddenly it's in a different place. I might have to adjust the next drawing. So this is one of the things that we were talking about, I think on Monday a little bit, is that I will do my keys, but they're not necessarily fixed. I'll often need to alter them depending on how the in-betweens and breakdowns pan out.
Mm-hmm.
Such as now, like I really like her hand going back here. I don't necessarily want to lose that, but I'm not going to be able to hold it there for very long, considering the very next keyframe, which is a short time afterwards, she has a hand on the sword. So I might alter that so that her hand is just still travelling over or something. I'll need to tweak it essentially.
It's good that you can kind of course correct like that.
Yeah, it is. Like, I think maybe she should start opening her hand a little bit here, because she needs to spin the sword in her grip a little bit. I could just cheat it, because you're not going to notice that her hand suddenly switched position, because you won't be looking at her hands, you're going to be looking at her face. So knowing that, I can pretty safely just ping her hand to the next position and no one's going to notice. But that's not how physics work. And even though I'm assuming physics anyway for this animation, I think it would be nice to show that she's had to adjust her grip on the sword, you know?
I like what Patrick was saying about fast ups and slow downs and slow ups and slow downs depending on how heavy the object was.
Yeah. So Patrick was saying slow ups and fast downs for something that's very heavy, and fast ups and slow down for things which are very light. So a balloon, when you hit it, will go very quickly up and then float downwards. A sword, when you heave it upwards, will travel slowly up and then quickly downwards because of gravity.
It's a nice way to sort of simplify and then get the block movements decided before you even begin, you know? Like,
yeah. It's definitely a cool way to think about it. So this is what I want. I want it more like that. Oh, bless me!
Shut up.
Okay.
Just kidding.
He's not.
It's just because the follow-up for that is like, oh, bless you. Shut up.
Shut up!
Maybe not. And once again, my arch nemesis of legs rears her ugly kneecapped appendages at me.
The waggles her feet in your general direction.
How you been, Malin?
Melon! Legs are the devil.
They should be easy. They're just big blocks of muscle and bone.
Is that what legs are?
Yeah. I need to somehow figure out a shorthand for myself for how the main shapes work.
I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Look at Clint for legs.
Yeah.
Guy knows how to draw leg shapes in a really appealing way.
I noticed that Brett Bean also manages to do really nice legs.
Yeah, he does. Brett Bean's very loose with them. He goes very cartoony.
Yeah.
You just have to let go to get that kind of feel. Have you tried drawing quickly?
Yeah.
I don't mean like drawing how you usually draw quickly. I mean like just do a really fast unbroken line.
Okay.
Like speed sketching, just get the line as quickly down there as you can. Because often actually for legs I find that helps. There you are, that's nice.
Okay.
Maybe not that. It started off well. How broken my arm is. It's fine, I fixed it. Okay, so here we are, we're running into the problem with the keys again. Our problem being...
Sea gecko.
Sea gecko! That the hair on the previous key is probably more like what the hair should be like on this key. And the previous key's hair should be different. So I'm going to change it.
Gosh.
Gosh.
Oh, I think I know why that's multiplying. I've got... Do I have to be streaming? I do. There we go.
There we go. So, let me remove that frame. So this needs to be pushed in here. Okay, cool. I like that. And that gives me a bit more leverage with the hand as well because it's hidden behind the hair. So I can have it a little bit more broken. So she's twisting here, so her back's going to twist around and her front's going to stay basically where it was.
I think I tend to make legs, like, the length of them too long. Just not, like, I don't know why, but I extend them too far all the time.
Oh, that's just because it looks nice, I think. We're being conditioned by media to think long legs are super nice.
I think it's actually an observation thing.
You think?
Yeah.
Because in anime and various other cartoons, they often draw the legs extremely long. So I often feel like I'm influenced by that and draw the legs too long. Okay, so I feel like given what Patrick's saying, this in between the sword is too even. This needs to drag more. So So let's do that. I feel like the shoulder should be dropping here. Like a muscle be straining because this is a kind of apex of a sword swing. So push the shoulder down and back. That. And then might be more like this. It interferes with the arc a little bit, but I think I might be able to fix that. Okay, let's see. Kind of need the arc to be there. So what can I do with this arm? Let's just erase that forearm for a sec. Just draw what feels right. Okay. Come on, you guys, I need you to move. There we are. Okay, now that forearm's not working now. Ha! That's true, Steiner. Your style, you like short legs. I really like that about your style. That you have these long bodies and short legs.
blowing your mind. Ah, blowing your mind.
Blowing your mind.
I come on. This is a study. I'm not inventing this. Just so you know. Like, I've got the photograph of this to the side of me. It's a tricksy one, I'll give you that though.
Okay, that's better, it's better. This hand needs to go down though. So what music you got on, Mike?
It's the one that has the Stranger Things girl.
Oh, cool. I know the one. Okay, so one more frame before the spring. Yeah, Wednesday already, huh? But this isn't working actually. That head, if you look at the head arc here, it's coming down, then up, then back in a kind of circular motion, which is okay. But then here it goes up instead of down, which would be continuing in circle. So actually the head arc here is really bad. So what would be better is if I pushed this head forward a little bit. Sometimes you don't realise this stuff until you watch it back, you know? Okay. Okay, so she's going up then back. Okay, I'll fix it one later, but right now I know this needs to go down more. It probably also needs to be a bit smaller. So let me scale it down. Okay. So now probably this needs to go up and across a little bit. Which is a shame because I really like this drawing. But the arc of the head isn't really working right now, so I need to fix it somehow. Yeah, I like that pose, so it's a shame that I've got to... You see, now that head arc is working much better. This probably actually can move back a little bit. I probably moved it too far forward. I want to avoid making a tangent between her hair strand and the corner of the blade though, so I might need to redraw the hair. You see here? The line flows straight down. That makes it less clear to see what's happening. You kind of want to overlap it over the top or overlap it behind to make it clear that those two aren't the same line. So I'm going to overlap it behind, just given that her hair is dragging here. The head here can probably still go back a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't have made this. Let's have a look at this now. I can't move these infinitely like I could in Team Boom. They'll lose quality. That's better. See, now it's got this arc going on. It's much better. It's just a shame about the neck here now. It's very disconnected. But if I push that out, it should look wrong. So let me try and figure out how to fix this. So it looks like she's sticking her head out, which wasn't really what I was going for. That's better. Okay. So she's opening her hand up here. I think to give the blade the movement it needs to spin. It's almost a lot of tweaking.
Yeah. Push and pull.
It's looking awesome, Mike.
Thanks.
Ooh. Okay. Whoops. You can see where I've moved it there. It's not meant to happen. Okay, there we are. That's it better. And now we have this in between to do. So I now want to continue that head movement down. So it'll probably be like there-ish. Yeah, cool. So I'm just roughing it in. It's rough time. It's really nice when you do like the shadows first and then stick the highlights on. It's a really nice effect.
I've put the highlights themselves behind the shadows, which is why I could rough them in as roughly.
Is there a reason you chose to do that?
I didn't want to lose all the sculptural detail I'd done in the shadows. It's what made sense to me, because I put this in over the top. And it had altered some of the stuff that I'd done in the shadows here, so it's like, well, I don't need to do that. It's an interesting wrap to work from because a lot of the shapes are hidden.
Yeah.
And I've kind of revealed them, but I might receive them back after a... Yeah, it's interesting.
And the white pin back there. Whoops. Keeps doing that. Strange. So I'm trying to drag this elbow right now because I want to make the fact that I'm switching positions of her hands less obvious, so I'm trying to keep it closer to the original position if possible. Make it round. Let's see. So have you guys listened to Dragons and Places yet? And if so, who's your favourite character? I'll see you later.
See you, Josh.
See you, Cheshire. Carol says, will you ever try animation?
Yeah. I have.
You've done some pieces of animation you can actually see on our channel, right?
I don't know if I've actually put it on our channel.
Hollow Knight?
Oh, well, yeah, that's in the intro of the Hollow Knight thing.
Doig's pretty awesome animation. It's pretty cool. He did the Hollow Knight intro animation of Hollow Knight coming and slashing the screen. Sometimes he gives me like feedback on my animation. Like when I was doing some of the Hollow Knight animations, he was giving me some advice on the sword swings. You love Fema and Rascal. Oh, dude, that's awesome! I'll have a great time. Grog's just starting a campaign today with some people, the D&D campaign.
That's not really going to work, is it?
I don't know, I think it'll be great.
No, I'm talking about...
I know, don't worry. I know you were not talking about the D&D campaign.
But yeah, I did this sort of Hollow Knight / animation, and it got noticed by Team Cherry, so it's on their Kickstarter update.
Super cool.
Whole CCRL is like, you guys are off the chain. There needs to be more people watching you.
Oh, thanks, man.
We're just a couple of goofs, and we don't really know all that many people. So we're sort of relying on other people to tell other people about what we do.
Is that very subtle hint? It's fine. It's nice having this small community, to be honest, because we get to know everyone.
Yeah, that's true.
But thanks very much. It's really cool of you. I don't know why I did her eyebrow suddenly up. She would still have her eyebrow down. I think I've gone mad.
Maybe you've gone slightly mad.
Maybe. There we are. Swear. Alright, so this hair gone drag.
Hey Dev Texture. Dev Texture says, other people informed me of said existence. That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome! You see, it's working! Oh, that's awesome!
I'm glad to know those bribes are paying off now.
Yeah. All our money just goes on bribes.
Whole teacher was like, yeah, it was me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that in the last like
2 seconds?
Yeah.
Thank you though.
Well, yeah, welcome.
Welcome to our little corner of YouTube.
They're over on Twitch.
Oh, welcome to our little corner of Twitch.
We're also on YouTube.
We're also on YouTube. And we're very professional.
Oh yes. We are actually professional.
Well, it is rumoured.
We're not professional streamers though. Because we don't make any money.
Nope. But we do make lots of friends. Oh. More valuable than gold.
I don't know. If you wanted to build a house, you couldn't build it out with your friends.
You can't pay bills with friends. That's like the most asshole-ish thing to say ever. Seriously though, like, this community is the coolest thing to come out of us streaming, so can't say I'm unhappy about it.
Oh, geez, Gonzo, ask as many questions as you want.
Oh yeah, go for it, or you'll just have to listen to us witcher about nothing.
To be an animator, do you have to know how to draw every bone so that you can know how to pose? How do you remember these poses so easily?
I think it's, you don't have to know every bone. I don't think you need to know anatomy completely inside out, no pun intended, in order to be an animator. But I don't remember poses. I make them up as for what's best for the animation, and that you learn to do through having a grounding in knowing how to draw people and how people's bodies kind of work. So there definitely is some anatomy that's important to know. You just don't need to know every single muscle and every single bone. Basically, if you do a lot of life drawing or people sketching, you'll pretty quickly come to understand the fundamentals of movement, and that kind of gives you the grounding you need to be able to make realistic looking poses, or poses that are at least convincing enough for people to believe that the character can pull it off.
Yeah, so what I'm doing now is a quick gesture sketch from a photograph to sort of figure out proportion and pose and how, like, the torso's twisting and how that affects stuff.
Yeah, that kind of thing you can do by just sitting at bus stops while you're waiting for buses and doing some sketching, or you can do some sketching while you watch TV or sports or something. Or there's certain websites online where you can go and practice your people sketching, like Quick Pose or sketchdaily.com, where they will show you pictures of models in various positions and you get a certain amount of time to sketch them. So basically the extent of my anatomy is kind of like, this is what I know generally about humans. So you'll notice this is a very unrealistic skeleton, but this is the basic anatomy that I'm aware of. And I should learn more anatomy. This is something that I need to push up on. But even something as basic as this allows you to start making your own poses. I'm never going to tell you that studying anatomy is a bad thing.
It's not going to hurt, no.
It's always going to help, so definitely do it. But don't feel like you have to know every bone before you can start animating.
Yeah, that's a good point. You don't have to wait.
Yeah, just do it now, and you'll quickly discover where you need to study more or practice more. You might even surprise yourself by how much you already know. There's nothing scarier than a blank page. As soon as you have something on it, you can fix it. Like the amount of times I fix these drawings as I'm going through them.
But that's one of the principles of animation is solid drawing, and that references understanding and being able to convincingly convey form and volume and that sort of stuff. And that's what the anatomy understanding does, is like, how would this leg move in space? How would a torso twist in space? That sort of stuff.
Yeah, being human helps. Like, we already all have an advantage on human movement because we basically see humans move and move ourselves all day. So we know, what position would be really uncomfortable for us to hold. And we know that our arms can't bend certain ways. That said though, don't feel like all your animation needs to be anatomically correct. A lot of really good animation comes from deliberately breaking the pose and drawing things which are impossible or unrealistic. For example, Goofy from Mickey Mouse, Goofy, Donald, that character, Goofy, when they were designing his walk, his iconic walk that everyone knows and loves, the animator who did that put his feet on backwards for half of the walk. And no one noticed, and it worked, and it was great. And a lot of really, really competent animators distort and smear their drawings or break certain bones for a couple of frames to get the effect they want. Because it's all about how the movement looks in the end as a whole, rather than how the individual drawings look. So don't worry too much about having to be super realistic with it. Yeah, smears are amazing. I love smears too. They're so much fun. I tell you, there's nothing more frustrating to me than seeing people take stills out of something like Naruto or, I don't know, My Hero Academia or some amazing animated series, go through it frame by frame, find a smear frame and go, look how off model this is, look how lazy the animation is, look how bad these drawings are. Because the point isn't the individual drawing, it's how it looks in movement. And every animator worth their salt knows that that smear frame has really, really helped the animation sell. And animators will all geek out over how great that smear frame is.
Yeah, smear frame is a communicative tool to convey how something is moved over time, like really fast. And it's kind of like, if you were to have photographed that or filmed that, there'd probably be a little bit of motion blur. And that's what the smear frame is conveying, is that motion blur, but it's an intentional thing crafted by someone drawing it. It's pretty cool.
It's more than cool. It's magic. Just calling it like it is, animation is magic. It's all wizardry, and we're all sorcerers.
But yeah, there's not a plateau or a gate that says, hey, you're good enough to animate now. But simply by practicing drawing, simply by practicing making animation and doing it in 2D and drawing it, your drawing skills are going to improve while you're animating. And that might seem like you might start an animate like a small exercise, and by the end of it your drawings are better than when you did the first frames, but that's okay because you're still learning.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hark on the point as well, because I know we probably answered your question ages ago, but like, just notice how many times I'm redrawing the hand here and redrawing the pose and different parts of it because I've got it wrong the first time. My dad used to say, hurry up and get it wrong so you can get it right. In other words, fail faster. No one's going to be able to do something perfect first time. It's all about just getting something down and then seeing where you went wrong and fixing it. And one of the biggest regrets I have, just in life in general, is feeling like I have to wait until I'm good enough to do something to do it. You don't, just do it. Do it or it'll never be done. No one else is going to do it for you. And by doing it, you'll get good enough to do it.
Anything worth doing is worth doing wrong.
Anything worth doing is worth doing now. Anywho, that's my 2 cents.
I like that though, because the statement is that anything worth doing is worth doing right, but there's so much sort of hidden meaning there where you're like, anything worth doing is worth doing wrong.
Yeah.
Like the difference between someone who does something and someone who doesn't is someone who just kept doing it. If that, like, okay, let me clarify.
Yeah.
The difference between someone who's working professionally as an animator and someone who's not working professionally as an animator is the one who is just didn't stop animating.
They didn't give up. They didn't think, oh well, this is bad, so I obviously can't do this. I don't know, you just gotta believe in yourself, guys. Like, you all have the potential to do it. And the only person holding you back is you. This may not be the greatest piece of animation I'll ever do, but that's good. I'll do better next time, you know?
Unless, of course, you live in a war-torn country, in which case the people holding you back from animating are the people shooting at you, but that's...
Yeah, obviously. Outside circumstances.
That's yeah.
Notwithstanding. Your life is yours and your decisions are yours. And you can do whatever the heck you want to do, whenever you want to do it. If you want to animate, just grab yourself pencils and paper and a book to lean on. Don't need a light box, don't need software. You don't need to know tons of anatomy. You just need to want to try it. And you'll be surprised at what you can do. It's not easy, but it's fun.
Oh, hey, Eileen.
Hey, Eileen! Oh, Stanley, you should make sure that you do get some sleep. And learn to draw fast also. That helps. That's a whole other thing, isn't it, really? Like, don't get precious about your drawings. It's a frustrating truth that the drawings that I spend 20 minutes doing versus the drawings I spend 5 minutes doing, the 5-minute ones are always inevitably better. It's terrible. You see, so here the hair no longer works on this frame, which actually is good because I think the hair's actually confusing the shape a bit here. So I'll redo that back hair. Given the in-betweens I've done, it no longer makes any sense to have it there. Okay. So I feel like this head's got too big again. I always tend to draw my heads way too big.
Oh, Gonzo, Nintendo Gonzo, India is using a program called Krita at the moment.
Yeah, Krita's great.
Not too good. Which means it's a lot more rastery. By that I mean it's storing the information per pixel rather than as vectors, which are more procedural.
Vectors are more versatile. You can move vectors infinitely and they'll never lose quality. With rasterized lines, the more you move them, the kind of more blurred they get.
It's mostly, rather than translating, it's if you scale them, it's having to interpolate between the two data set. I'm being very technical. If you scale it up and down, then you lose quality because it has to guess about what it would be, rather than a one-to-one conversion.
But Krita's great and it's free, so if you want to try animation, it's a good one.
Yeah, so like as another arrow to the quiver of just start, like India's using free software. She may be using hardware that she had to pay for, but she's using software that is freely available to anyone.
Yeah, to be transparent, I'm using a Cintiq, which I love. It cost my entire paycheck for a month, but it was worth it. I love my Cintiq so much. But I used to use a bamboo tablet, one of the kind of cheap ones. It was A5 black, didn't really have anything other than the fact that it was a tablet. It didn't have touch or anything, and that was great. That did me well for many years. But the point is, you can do animation just with paper and a pencil.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've went to life drawing myself, Aline. Maybe like 3 months now.
Yeah. It's pretty annoying that everything keeps happening on Friday, which is our life drawing day. So we really want to go, but without doubt, every single week there's something that comes up. Oh, I'm not done with Toon Boom. Especially since I've paid for it and it's expensive. I'm just trying out Krita. Because Krita's free, so there's really nothing to lose by trying it. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm just trying to get this head arc working, you know? I think it's working a bit better now. Yeah, cool. I should probably move this hand up faster.
Someday I'll have my own studio and life model sessions within the dream.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. One day I'll be able to go to life drawing every week. One day I'll be able to do life drawing like the dream would be to do it like every day, or every other day. Just trying to figure out where this hand looks best, which is why I'm just doing a million sketches of really rough hands. I think that works best. I'm going to just leave it rough like that, and then I'll refine it.
This pose is great. It's just like someone sitting and they just got their hands up. Like, I didn't do it. It kind of reminds me of the Chicago musical we watched.
Yeah. Mike saw Chicago for the first time on the plane. £500.
I did. I could not relate to any of the characters.
Did you not enjoy it?
It was interesting to watch. Everyone was a bastard.
Yeah. Everyone's horrible in that show except for Amos.
Yeah, for Amos.
Yeah. That's kind of the point though, at least.
Yeah.
Is these are all terrible people and they do unforgivable things and it works in their favour because they're terrible people. They don't care about stepping on others. So maybe we should have some wands in here. You know? At this point.
Is she smacking someone with the flat of the blade?
No, she's going to do a slash across screen. Oh, that's awesome! A League of Legends vibe. That's a great compliment, thank you very much. I love the animation there.
I think... Was it Ryan Woodward that was working on League of Legends? Or am I... No, it was something else maybe.
So let me figure out how to do this in between. Because we're going to want her to go down, definitely. And then up. Like how turned do I want her at this point? Oops. That's really cool. The animation in League of Legends is really inspirational. It's so good. I think Anita Gorgon worked on a shot of a League of Legends trailer.
Really?
Yeah. Which is not surprising because Anita Gorgon is an incredible animator. Anyone who doesn't know her work should definitely look her up. She's great. She does amazing creature animation.
Yeah.
Especially. But I recently saw her do some human animation and she's just as good at that. Naturally. But I think she prefers doing creatures because she does those more often.
Mm-hmm. You reminded me of looking forward to seeing the Taz animated thing come together.
Yeah, that'll be cool. She worked on that too.
Yeah.
She did this fantastic shot of a giant spider crawling out of a hole in a wall and dropping down in front of the three main characters. Let's just get this roughly in. Like, I'm still not sure about this frame actually. I might need...
Oh, I don't know about that. I've not heard of that, Grog.
What's that now?
Nintendo may be close to closing a deal with Illumination for doing a Super Mario animated movie.
Oh man! Well, that'd be pretty cool. Sony should take a page from that instead of considering what I assume they're considering, which is a live action Sonic movie. Please don't. Please don't. Nobody wants this.
Yeah.
Well, maybe in the deepest depths of my soul, the part of me that likes torturing myself kind of wants it. But no one really wants it.
Just do a Sonic CD-esque film and you'll just make so much money.
Hey, they did that. Don't you remember Sonic the movie?
That.
It's so good.
No.
It's so good.
No, I mean like Sonic Mania. Just do that more.
Okay, let me see. So yeah, I don't know about this. I mean, I don't know about this frame.
Andrea Foley, the reason for it being coloured in Krita is because I was colouring it and India doesn't share her software licenses.
That's not true! Why do you keep saying that? The truth is, when you pay for Toon Boom, you get one seat, and one seat only. And if you want someone else to be able to use it, or to use it on more than one computer at a time, you have to pay for another version of the software, which is another $1,500 to $3,000.
See, so selfish.
Which I can't afford. So, not only so that we can both work in tandem, so I can animate while he's colouring, which means that we save time, but also so that we don't have to pay extra for another software license. Mike colours the frames in Krita, and I send the PNGs over to him. PNG still images from Toon Boom. Okay, I'm gonna turn it to the side sooner, I think. I think I might want her to close her eyes here though. Yeah, I think I do. I always do this too, I always draw in the wrong frame and then have to drag it backwards. Yeah, that feels better to me. Just a load of experimentation. Sort of drag this next bit so I don't keep making that same mistake. It's going to be interesting doing on paper animation again, because even now I'm using a lot of skewing and moving and transforming, so I'm interested to take that away from myself.
Is that for the thing in January?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have a job I'm excited about coming up in January, which involves 2D animating. I'd like to do it on paper, so. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. So really that should drag down the hair, and I'll fix that in a sec. Oh yeah, Gonzo, I think it's just like, I just really love it. I just love drawing. I used to have a job as a concept artist, and that, even though I got to draw every day, I missed the animation part of it, and so I left that job. And then I got a job as an animator doing 2D rigs, and even though I got to animate every day, I missed the drawing, so I left that job. So really, I think that I'm probably not going to be happy unless I get to do both. So I think I need to do hand-drawn animation in order to enjoy what I do. To its fullest, at least. Because I did enjoy those jobs, but I always missed either the animation or the hand drawing, so I think 2D animation is just, it's just what I love doing. So it's easy to stay motivated, because it's what I want to do.
Because there's no choice.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, yeah, it's easy to stay motivated when you love what you do. The hard thing is to motivate yourself to do something when you're not enjoying it. That's really tough. Like, I know I probably should learn some 3D animation because it'll make me more employable. And plus, I kind of would like to try it just for the challenge. I can think it would probably help me to understand 3 dimensions more because I think in a very 2D way. But every time I think, oh, it would make you more employable, the next thought is, well, employable for what? For a 3D animation job.
Yeah.
Which means that I would do 3D animation for a couple of months and then really miss hand drawing and not be happy. So, do I really want that job? Probably not, if I'm not going to be happy in it. If I'm just going to end up leaving because I miss hand drawing, there's probably not much point making myself employable for it. So I should just keep doing what I love. And then if people see that and like it and want to hire me, they're going to hire me to do the thing that I'm most passionate about.
Yeah.
Even though 2D jobs are less frequent and there's kind of less demand for them, if I get hired off the work I'm doing now, I'm going to be asked to do more of the same, which is what I love doing. Whereas if I start doing 3D animation, I'll be hired to do that, and that's not what I love doing. Of course, money's always a struggle though, so it swings and roundabouts really.
Yeah.
Yeah, growing up it would be nice to do some really big studios doing 2D animation. To be honest though, it's a great time to be an animation freelancer. I think actually because there aren't any big studios, it's become a really, really good time for indie animators. Because there are a lack of big studios, people are compensating for that by making their own smaller studios. So there are things like Spar Studio run by Sergio Pablo, who animated Dr. Doppler, among other things. Dr. Doppler's animation is like my favourite animation ever, by the way. I think that character dimensionality in acting is just, oh. But anyway, Sergio Pablo doing his 2D animated movie Klaus, I think over in Spain?
Yeah.
He's opened his own studio. And then the studio Yota, one of the first ever completely online studios made by amateur animators who are at professional level. They're extremely good. Doing things like shots for OKKO and trailers for Sonic Mania. That's the kind of work they're doing. And, you know, they're all looking for freelancers. So actually, even though there aren't any big studios, the fact that there aren't means that all the people who enjoy 2D animation have been forced to make their own small studios. And there's a kind of thrifty indiness to that. That's means it's great for freelancers. It's great for people who are wanting to get into it right now. The new digital age, especially Twitter, has been fantastic for getting freelance work. All the work I've got in the past year has been through Twitter.
Yeah.
You should just do it. If you want to make some independent animation, go for it.
If you want to collaborate, collaborate.
Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Okay, so this is helping me.
Here's an interesting thing that I just like. If people are scared and they go into a field that is adjacent to what they want to do in order to be hired, they're going to be hired by the people that are continuing to do the thing that they don't want to do as much, which is just going to give more money to the people that are doing the thing that, like, the more people that get hired to work in 3D studios to make CG films is going to just put more money into the pockets of the people that are making money making CG films. So as little kind of influence as we have over the financial decisions of people that make big budget AAA CG films, if the talent pool shifts, what they're gonna do? I'm just posing an interesting question, not a suggestion.
I see, yeah.
Well,
if there's a resurgence in 2D, then they will start doing 2D, because the thing about big studios is they tend to be more about the money And that's not the fault of anyone working there. Because I'm not saying the directors are, and the animators are. Say what you want about things like the Emoji Movie. The animators and directors who worked on those movies tried to make them the best they could. And they tried every day to get passionate about it, and did some great shots and some awesome work. But the thing is that people who pull the strings for the company decisions are often the people who are in control of the money, which means their job is to make the company wealthy and
sustain it and make the shareholders happy. Yeah.
So obviously they're going to make decisions based on what makes the most money. So if 2D has a boom, then they'll start doing 2D, but it will be for the cynical reason that, hey, this is popular now, it's making money, which is why there's been so many new 2D animated series since things like Adventure Time and Gravity Falls, because they went, hey, these are really popular, let's do the same thing. So even if you're working for those studios, there is a cynicism there, in the fact that you're aping current trends. But it doesn't, like, if you love the property, it doesn't matter. When I started working at Boulder, I was working on Wonder Over Yonder, which is a series that I adore. So it was amazing to work on that. I loved that so much. It swings and roundabouts, really. The moral of the story is just do what you love. You know? Don't try and cater to the companies. Do what you love and show it to people. And people will want to hire you for that. And that's the best thing you can possibly get.
Something,
I did the hair wrong.
What was the, Corey Loftus, something you said at CTN last year was that the people hiring are looking to hire you. For you. Like, they don't want to hire, like, if they wanted to hire someone that drew like Corey Loftus, they would just hire Corey Loftus. If they could. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean, that's so true. I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn from other artists, because definitely doing studies of other artists and saying, hey, what does he have that I don't, I can get into my style, is great. But trying to do the thing which, the popular thing, or draw like the people who are getting hired, I don't think you really can, even if you try to be honest. There's always a bit of your style that comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But people like Corey Loftus weren't impersonating other Corey Loftuses when they got their jobs.
Yeah. They
got their jobs because they were very good at the thing which they did. Anita Gorgon gets, amazing animation work continually because she does amazing animation work, and she gets hired to do creatures a lot because she does a lot of creatures and she's very good at it. She's not copying other people necessarily.
You can say that her animation has a sort of DreamWorks feel to it.
Yeah.
But
people are hiring her for what she does best. And she just leans into what she enjoys doing. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but hopefully you know what I mean. Basically, I look at other animators all the time to try and figure out how to do things that I don't know how to do. But I always know that my animation isn't going to look like theirs. It's always going to look like my animation. But I think that's okay. Yeah, exactly, Sonia. It's really hard to control that kind of stuff. But if what you love to draw, for example, is really on-model characters, I don't know, like what I'm saying right now, I was just thinking of counterpoints, is if you really love drawing Sonic, then draw Sonic. If you want to do Sonic fan animations, do Sonic fan animations, because fan art is very valuable in itself too. And you are more likely to get work on those projects if you show fan art of those things. For sure. But just...
See Tyler Harris, for example.
Yes, exactly. You know, he has this great way of drawing Sonic, and it was perfect when the new game came out and the comics were coming out. So he got work doing that, doing what he loves, drawing Sonic. But don't do it just to get work, do it because it's what you love doing. It's got to come from a place of earnest sincerity. Tyson Hess draws Sonic because he loves the character, not because he's looking to get work. And you can tell that when you look at his work.
That's cool. Flux Think says that their friend got contracts with DC for Batgirl from a fan-made comic he made for fun.
Nice!
Yeah.
Yeah. When we were in Japan last week, we went to a place called the Manga Museum, and it had an entire area devoted to doujinshi. Doujinshi are fan magazines made about existing properties. So there'll be Naruto doujinshi and Sonic doujinshi and whatever doujinshi. And there was this whole section on that in the Manga Museum talking about how important this fan art is to the manga industry, because a lot of the professional manga artists in the industry start off doing doujinshis. That's how they practice, that's how they, you know, get their skills up.
That's how they cut their teeth.
Yeah, exactly. But the important thing is just to follow what you love. It really is, like, just do it. It's your life. Spend it doing what you really enjoy doing. It's not always easy. Like, even doing what you love, it can be difficult and arduous and hard and crippling to your self-confidence and scary. But it's the only way to be happy, is to take those risks and do what you love. At least it's the only way that I know to be happy.
Anyway.
Oh, Stanley, that's awesome! That's really cool. I would love to see that when it's done. You guys are all such amazing creative people. You all totally deserve to get your projects out there to make what you love.
Make what you love and share what you love.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's a girlfriend, don't share them.
Unless they want to be shared, and it's an open relationship. No judgment.
Don't make a girlfriend either.
Hey, Orlando. Also, yeah, Grog, that's a great point. Like, recently I saw people complaining about Steven Universe and how off-model the characters are in certain shots. And I was like, honestly, that's one of the things I really like about the series. Is I like that they don't rigidly stick to the character sheets too much. It means that they have much more room to be expressive and creative with them.
It's cool. I do think that the earlier season, the drawing quality was a bit better.
Yeah, I agree. But drawing quality aside.
Yeah, so
like,
just if the comparison is like they've gone off model because the style has changed, that is a different argument from shot to shot, frame to frame, off modelness, which is good.
Yeah, like they still went off model just as much in the early seasons, but
Yeah.
the drawing abilities, like they seem slightly better.
Yeah. Compare it back to the pilot. The pilot was awesome.
Yeah,
But
the
it had
pilot was such a different style.
It had a sort of more of a grit to it that I liked.
Yeah, I enjoyed that too. It was a very different looking show.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the hair's going to be back here. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out how to get this frame working the way I want it to. Yeah, Grog, I was also wondering that. I was wondering whether the star changes to the universe was to do with them wanting to use puppets more to make it easier to generate episodes quickly. So they kind of normalised their designs a bit. Because the designs definitely feel flatter and less characterful.
Yeah.
How's it going, Rolando? No, it kind of, the arms need to be down there. Oh no, tired. I'm glad that you make money though, that's cool. I'm sorry that you're tired though. That sucks. I hope you get enough sleep and have some time to relax. I hope the job's going okay.
Later, Andrea.
See you, Andrea. Thanks for stopping by. Whoops. Daisy. You see how I'm adjusting the keys already. Because they're just like, they're not going to work how they are. But I kind of want to tilt her head down here. I wonder if it'll work. Let me try it. Yeah, I think that works better. I just think this now needs a bit of drag. Cool. So I'm not quite sure what to do with this frame, but we'll figure it out. We need to pull it back a little bit because at the minute it's doing this. So an action inclination is to go back a little bit, turn it into a circular movement. It's a midge!
Aww.
Oh, that's awesome! Also, Hardik, you did a traditional animation in your free time at uni. That's awesome, man! Yeah, keep it up! That's cool. If there's a way for you to get it onto a computer, I'd love to see it. That'd be really cool. You should post it in the peg bar. I love that midge, Mike.
Yeah? Cool.
Yeah, and he just keeps improving. Hardik just keeps getting better and better.
What do you like about the midge?
What do I like about the midge?
Yeah.
I like the expression, and I really like the way that you draw on her hoodie. Like, it's super big and flumpy.
Yeah.
The way it's like around her hand there and her arm. It's so big and flumpy. Sometimes I worry that when I draw midge, I forget the fact that she really needs to be swamped by the hoodie. I think sometimes I draw it so that it looks like it fits her too much. You know? It's meant to be her brother's hoodie.
Yeah.
And he is so much taller than she is. You're not gonna post it! Damn.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased with the midge from my head.
Yeah, it's great. I think it's probably one of the best ones you've done.
Yeah. I think so.
Maybe you're just getting used to drawing her.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, Stanley's also saying that he likes how the hoodie is way too big for her. What if the character goes off frame while the hair bounces? Let's look. You know, maybe I should do that. Yeah, maybe I should do that. You might be onto something there, Rolando. I think I don't use her hair enough. Start a new frame. Let me figure out how this will. I think I need to draw more attention to her hair. Khalil, yeah, I used to use onion skin, but I heard from an animator who has worked on a couple of films that if you do it without onion skin, you tend to get better arcs and it improves your work a bit because you're not thinking about in between the lines, you're thinking about the shapes of the character more. So from then on, I've stopped using onion skin for anything except tight in betweens, and I really like it. It can get a bit visually cluttered when I'm trying to look at something and there's onion skin going on at the same time. This helps me to see more how the movement's panning out, you know? Like, it's very clear to me how the movement looks between these two frames. Just flicking back and forth between them. Yes, Hardik. Shoot! Oh, Don Bluth himself said not to use onion skin. That's awesome. I think the person who I heard it from, he'd worked for Don Bluth, so that makes sense. Night night, Steiny.
Night-o, Steiny-o.
Oh, Steiny, it's difficult to find a time when both you are awake and I'm awake, as I wake up just as you go to sleep. But I'll see if I can catch you later on. Patrick! Oh, I'm so glad. I just saw this morning your comments, so I'm really happy that I proved of some use as well. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to doing some more today. I'm going to look at the later parts and see if there's anything that I can think of. But that's super cool. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend too. It'd be cool to have a kind of longer discussion about stuff at a time when you're more free. Oh, thanks very much, Patrick. That's really, really cool to hear. I'm so glad. Night, night. Sweet dreams, sleep well. I'll speak to you soon, hopefully.
Take care, Patrick.
Night, night. It's almost time for us to retire the stream, actually. But I'm kind of want to try getting one more in between done, if that's okay.
I think Discord's a good way of like keeping an ongoing conversation that people can dip in and out of. Like you don't really feel that you have to keep up with it. At least that's my approach to Ali. Like it's almost as if you're entering a room where a conversation's already happening, and you're like, "Hey, how's it going?" And you go from that moment. And if you have a question or advice, you just ask it in real time.
Yeah. I used to try and keep up with what was happening in the room. Like I used to scroll back and read everything so that I could sort of be part of the conversation, but I've kind of given up doing that because there's so much that happens in the Discord. So now I just go in and I might scroll a little bit back if there's people talking about something I'm interested in, but generally I'll just wander in.
Ooh, I got another reference that is like a another shot of the same kind of hooded figure, but a lot of it is negative space. That's cool. Let's see if we can do that.
I'm gonna remove this frame. Not 100%. Okay, I just need to focus on getting to there. So what picture do I want there? Let me just remove this. I think I'm getting distracted. I wonder why my friends have changed colour all of a sudden. Now they're a darker blue.
Alright. You would feel rude. You would feel rude just dropping in and wanting to discuss things without knowing what people have been up to.
Yeah.
But
no, I get that. I feel the same way. Like, the one thing I don't want to do is to just drop into the Discord and be like, "Hey everyone, look at this I did," in the middle of someone else's conversation, without actually knowing what anyone else is up to, and then disappearing again. Like, that feels like I just go in, draw attention to myself, and then once I've got what I wanted, I'm out. I want to, like, be able to hear what the people are up to and take an interest in what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I get that feeling. But sometimes it's just impossible to be able to catch up with everything.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad if you don't know everything. Like, always feel free to just ask people.
Think of it like a bartering system. Then, if you go in and then give feedback or help one person, then that earns you a token to put one piece of art.
Ha! Like, I get the feeling. I do, because I feel the same way. But unfortunately, just like, there's not enough time really in the world to be able to read through everything every time you want to ask something or just see how people are.
Also, everyone's not active at the same time, so maybe you cross over with one person. You know? I think as long as you're providing value, no one's going to mind you dropping in and out. Oh, thanks, Callie D. I mean, we have a Discord group if you're interested as well. Yeah, as Hardik says, you'd love the peg bar.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, thank you so much, Caldy. That's a really nice compliment. We really appreciate it. It's good to have you. It's a really nice space. I really like getting to the morning, just being able to hang out with other artistic people and just cool people, and good friends, and just hang out and ask how they're doing.
Yeah, this isn't a fans and followers type setup at all. I'd rather have friends.
Friends.
I understand not wanting to share spoilery things, Aline. Like there's certain things about Gloom that I felt like we should keep back, and those that were never shared. But the rest was kind of free game.
What's that now?
Aline doesn't want to be sharing spoilery things.
That's fair. I appreciate it. That's really nice. Other people seem to be more bothered about the spoilers in the story than I am, which is it's quite nice that people care. Yeah, that one's the deep level life decisions. It's true. Frequent university ranks every day at the tech bar. I don't know what to do with this hair. I need to incorporate this hair into the pose. What would look cool? Like this thing, I think. Like, I want that kind of shape. Which helps, because it means that in between these two, I kind of need the thing where the hair does that. Where it's travelling across. the roughness of my in-betweens to try and figure out how does movement work? Where does hair go? Okay, so the shoulder's going to start with this one up and the other one down. Let's continue this slash. Right, yes, so I want her arms ready to be over here. Okay, figure this stuff out as I go.
I don't know if there's a discard command. It's like one of the things that I've forgotten whether I set up or not.
Why is everything now into upper blue? I don't know. Trying to figure out where the sword needs to go. Probably like that.
The easiest way for me to invite people to the Discord group is DM me on Twitter and I can send you a link.
Do it.
Do you want to run until 9:30, India? Or call it soon?
I think I'm okay to call it soon. I just really wanted to get a couple of these in. I don't know if they're working, but I just wanted to try. So this hair needs to go to the other side. Looks kind of dirty. We'll probably fix tomorrow. Just try and get the timing.
What creator brush are you using?
Oh, let me tell you. I'm using one of my favourites, which is... Hold on, Creature's being annoying. On the brush thing here, on bristle, it's the first option. So there you are.
Are you happy now?
Are you satisfied? So I'll tidy up the ending tomorrow, I think. So, yeah, the ending's kind of messy. And I think maybe another frame before she brings the sword down would be good. Just to bring the sword rotated up more, because at the minute I think it needs to be rotated up more before she brings it down. So I'll do that.
Ooh, ooh.
Are you seeing it? Or...
No, I'm oohing at the. Khalidi said that brush sort of makes your animation look like those Glen Keane pencil tests. High praise.
I'm being sick with happiness.
I'm never gonna make you happy.
Nope.
Never again.
No. I'd love to be able to get that kind of feel, so I'm probably going to keep looking at various brushes and see if I can find something which is even more similar. Because this is cool for my kind of style, but I would like to try getting a more kind of pencil-y Glen Keane thing. Oh, thanks, Hardick. Just here, I need the sword to rotate down more than it currently does.
Later, Noah. Thanks for joining.
I want the sword angle to be more like this kind of thing. So I'm going to add another frame, probably in between these two, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, and hopefully that will help and make the sword motion feel better, and I'll try and fix the ending tomorrow as well. So yeah. Oh, thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you.
We'll try and get some more done tomorrow. I'm hoping that if I can get it kind of in an okay state by the end of the week, maybe I can even post it for Cutie Saturday. I don't know. But I'll keep trying to make it better. Thank you guys so much. How did your work go, Mike?
It's fun, okay? Mostly just figures and gesture studies.
The ones I saw when I was looking looked super nice. Why don't you take us through a few of them?
Sure.
Just because I feel like I missed some.
This was like just a shape thing based on the shot from earlier.
Midge!
It's a midge image.
It's a midge! It's an image. I like your images.
I think, yeah. Let's play a rough gesture one. Gesture one. That was the
Oh my! When I never!
That was the Chicago-esque one.
Oh, nice.
This one almost had a bear head on it.
It looks like it does have a bear head on it.
Almost. Gesture.
Ooh.
That was the one from earlier.
Like that a lot.
Thanks.
Bear head!
Yeah. And that was yesterday's study.
Yeah. Nice job, dude.
Thanks.
Okay,
Very
guys.
midge on the midge scale. A
The-
midgy midge.
Yeah, it's a midgiest midge. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Everyone have an awesome day. We'll be back same time tomorrow, so we hope to catch you then. But we'll be in the Discord otherwise. Everyone have a really, really good day. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out.
I'm
All
getting
awesome.
breakfast.
You're getting breakfast. Awesome.
Take care, everyone, and may the rest of your day
Be filled
with.
adventure!
Don't hit the button. You're not the streamer.
I'm not. I just realised. I was like, wait, I'm not streaming.
Adventure.
Adventure!